theater kids are going to be manifesting in my house tonight, huh? Red Velvet are my go-to group for creativity, and I am in love with the melange of intense and varying art inspirations in Feel My Rhythm. This era includes references to different styles of illustration and drama, portraiture and painting, architecture and fashion, music and dance. K-pop has a few notable ballet concepts, but I love this provocative ballet and references to psychedelic theater. Costuming, effects, set design, movement, even the lyrics paint this picture of art colliding in a euphoric mania. I love songs that celebrate music, and this release has it lyrically, sonically, and visually. Soaring between classic violin, dance pop beats, and the rattling metal of a carousel, Feel My Rhythm is sweet like a Velvet title and vibrant like a live performance of Masquerade from Phantom of the Opera. I love the second couplet of the chorus, where the members trickle down their vocals in a ribbon as the wave of violins and viola rolls to the front. The song ends a little suddenly, like a music box snapping shut rather than winding down, but I love the fragrant vocals and the contrasting musical influences. Elegant orchestral strings, bursts of carnival game beats, and lofty vocals suddenly buckling down into chants and talk singing. Feel My Rhythm is surprisingly bracing, shiny black spikes poking through lace. Frosted all over with box air for G-string, Feel My Rhythm speaks of music as if it were bottled and personified into 5 women, 5 muses of art, each with her own season and stage. The lyrics and arrangement never stay still for too long. The members seem to trade dialogue and rebuttals from the constant switch-ups, and then suddenly ride into the heavens as one. At parts, they stare into the audience as one Greek chorus, and at others, they're trading secrets or cutting each other off with interjections, a lot like play characters in a massive ensemble song putting in their own perspectives. In my mind, there are a handful of songs that deserve to be openings for pop musicals, like After School by Weekly, where everyone gets a personal, actionable line that builds into a big centerpiece. Feel My Rhythm feels like a 1/3 mark threshold song, where the play invites you, the audience, to leave the known world behind and enter the story. I'm always a little on the fence when it comes to K-pop sampling classic orchestral pieces. Sometimes you get a really overstarched song like Hands Up by Cherry Bullet, but I think Feel My Rhythm uses Air for G more like perfume than costume, and it works in their favor. Feel My Rhythm has some just classic Red Velvet moments. A lot of moments both visually and musically reminded me of Cool Hot Sweet Love or Cool World, these creamy, sensual, emotional touches that Red Velvet does really well. We haven't seen them do black box dancing since like Automatic. The video also has these classic collage pop scenes, these extremely cinematic death of glamour scenes, and a good blue jeans moment. And I think it works because this song is about the manic collision of art into celebration. I love art that celebrates art. I'm a huge sucker for it, and when you put Red Velvet vocals on it, you're gonna make me happy. After listening to the album 3 times, here is my initial ranking of the songs according to my preference. Number 1, Bamboleo. I am in love with this super sweet falsed out chorus. Bamboleo is the song that evolved the most the more I listened to it. You start in the city with the quiet synth and funk, but as you drive out into the night, a spotlight from outer space begins to lift you up into the sky. Parts of the song suggest some sort of vacation to paradise, but the synth scratch adds some pulp from B-sides like Look. The cocktail of cocaine high singing, psyched out soundscape, and retro dance in the middle of it all feels like drinking distilled hallucinogens, but in a nice way. I really love it. Number 2, Beg For Me. Ooh, baby. A Red Velvet B-side in the taste of Irene and Silgi's Monster album. Absolutely delicious. Beg For Me starts as this very low, menacing club song that breaks into a red, demanding mantra. They are yelling at you about the good vibes. It's a little scary at points. I see this played in a vampire club right after you've been bitten and there's venom in your bloodstream, and the club matriarchs are like floating around reminding everyone what an intoxicating time you're having. I love the tagline, dance for me, work for me, beg for me, and a vocal howl at the moon. This album has a lot of surprising, tasteful talk sections. Number 3, Feel My Rhythm. The chugging mechanical daydream sounds from Zimzalabim have been repurposed into something more musical but equally psychoactive. Feel My Rhythm has these rising, sweet vocals like braces of a cathedral rising up to a point. I really enjoyed the lyrics on this track. It's a love song, but it's not to a lover. It's to music and the places where music touches other art forms, or in this case, where arts are piled on top of each other with rapture. Number 4, In My Dreams. Killing Eve's song. Change My Mind. Tell me this doesn't make you think of the two of them. I love the quiet patter of beat and the high dots of notes as the song slowly dissolves into cymbals and desperate singing. In my dreams, you love me back. It's a little too early my time to be having these emotions, but I love how the chorus kind of bursts out of the speaker, but then she loses her courage and has to deal with the words in the room. Number 5, Good, Bad, and Ugly. Mapled and starched like an old photo, Good, Bad, and Ugly has a spotty, rainy ambiance in the background that reminds me of phonographs and classy umbrellas. Good, Bad, and Ugly falls into that subcategory of Red Velvet B-sides that play in film noir band bars. It's a little bit of a cafe song, and a little bit of draping yourself over the piano and stealing the pianist's fancy black hat while you sing about your tragic but passionate love life. Okay, apparently that is the description that I wrote for this song when I was listening to it. It's too late to change it at this point, whatever. And number 6, Rainbow Halo. I appreciate the brass inclusion at the end, but I feel this song is a little too repetitive for my tastes. It's got some great moments, but I feel I would zone out way too easily while listening to this song and forget that I left the stove on. I really love how this era is soaked in art and the kaleidoscope of musical influences all over the album, let alone the single. There's so much passion for each medium, and you can tell that each crew member was really excited to reference their favorite piece of art in the video. I might do a follow-up video specifically about each member's solo scenes because I think there's a ton to talk about there, but for now I'd like to know what you thought of the era and what your favorite song off the album is. Okay, bye.